So what's going on, guys? Real quick, I know people have been asking about my virtual DJ review. It's coming, it's just not here yet. I want to spend a little more time with it. I'm not going to speed through it just to get views, okay? So that's not going to happen with me, not the way I work. What's going on, guys? It's your man, Cleveland Terry, and today we're going to be talking about computers, specifically MacBook Pros, and if there's really a need to upgrade. If you have something that's a little older and you maybe have a little bit of a gear envy and you feel like, I gotta upgrade now, we're gonna talk about if it's really necessary. So, I have here...
Chat with an Alexa Prize social bot?
No.
Okay.
That's what happens when you call Alexa computer. Anyway. So what we have here is a 2012 MacBook Pro Retina model. This is the first model that they made, that they came out with, that was without the CD-ROM drive on either side. It is a quad-core processor with 750 gigabytes of internal SSD storage, and I believe it's 16 gigs of RAM, of actual dedicated RAM. This computer is a beast. I've been using Macs for a while. The one I had before this, I'll have to turn that guy off. It was the other quad-core processor, but it had the standard disk drive and a CD-ROM drive. So when this one came out, well, this one was basically everything I wanted. It was slimmer, it had great processor, it had the quad-core, it had a great video card. Pretty much everything that I ever wanted was in this computer. So I got this computer. It is now about 6 years old. I think I bought it in 2013 or 2014, and this was the 2012 model. I buy all my computers used. Typically, I buy them from the Apple site, so if you ever go to the Apple site and you're looking at the new computers, if you scroll down, there is a refurbished page.
I don't know that one.
There is a refurbished page, and when you click on the refurbished page, it gives you all of the models that for some reason were returned, had issues, but that Apple has fixed and are now selling. You still get the same warranty, you still get all the bells and whistles. It's practically a brand new computer. It's practically a brand new PC, and you get all the same warranty. So what more can you ask for? Except for it's like $300 to $500 cheaper than buying one new. So never buy new if you can hold off for a few months. They will always show up on the Apple refurbished site. Get them there. So I got this PC and I loved it. Loved it, used it every day. It was my workhorse, all my videos, everything pretty much I did on this. At the tail end of its life, I started having some graphics card issues where it would distort the screen. It would give you those weird wavy lines. It's a known issue with some of the old MacBook Retina computers. It's connected to a glitch or some issues with the motherboard, and I was out of warranty, and at that point I didn't want to pay to get this thing fixed. It would have cost me so much more because they'd have to pull up the motherboard and the graphics card, and then, you know, it didn't make sense. So when I finally got to a point that I decided I wanted to upgrade, they came out with these guys. Now I know that there were newer models of this particular computer, cancel, but when this one came out, I just said, you know what, we're gonna have to upgrade at some point anyway. This one is beautiful, and so I chose this one. This computer is probably the best looking model they've ever come out with. I mean, it has the space gray, it has the touch bar. Whether or not you use it is irrelevant. It has a touch bar. It's super, super slim. It has the USB C ports for future proofing, and it gives you all that you can ask for. The SSD in this thing is super fast, and it's really, really responsive. But is this computer a true upgrade over this computer, or is it just a visual upgrade? Well, I'm gonna tell you this. If you've had this computer, this MacBook Pro Retina, if you have this one and it works fine, there is absolutely no reason to upgrade unless you feel like, I just want something new. Because as a DJ, you're still getting all the access points. You have USB, you have traditional USB ports, you have a dedicated HDMI port right here, you have multiple, you have an SD card slot, which is for a lot of people, including myself, really, really important. I can't tell you how many times I've pulled out my camera and I wanted to start working directly on my computer, and maybe I forgot the little USB C card reader. Now I'm screwed, I gotta wait. This one had one built in, plus it has the additional USB on the other side, and then the two Thunderbolt ports right here. So it's a powerhouse. It gives you everything you need. This one, like I said before, is future-proofed. Everything is USB-C, and USB-C 2 on this side, 2 on that side. It gives you, there's nothing wrong with that, but you will be using a lot more dongles just to get through what you need. The problem is, let's say you just happen to be showing up at a gig, or you weren't expected to DJ, and you had your bag, and you throw your laptop in, and they said, hey, can you get on for a minute? Well, unless you have your dongles or your adapter, you are just, SOL. You're not going to be able to DJ because you don't have the adapter, and that's pretty much a standard. So anytime I go out, I have to have the understanding that every bag that I bring has the capabilities or the potential to do what I needed to do, which means I have a lot of duplicate dongles. I got a USB-C adapter in every one of my bags. I got 3 bags. Now I have USB-C cables in every bag, and I have card readers, multiple card readers. I got an HDMI dongle for each one of my bags. I have a USB-C to USB 3 for my external hard drives, and it's a lot. It's a lot to think about, and then it makes you question whether you need to upgrade if your computer's doing what you need it to do. Cancel. I will say this computer, beautiful, slim, light. It has a terabyte of storage. It has 32 gigabytes of RAM. It is a beast of a PC. I am not regretting the purchase. I just know that there's a lot of compromises that need to be made when you move from this to this. The trackpad is wonderful. The keyboard. Out of all the things that are great about this computer, the one thing I can't stand at all is this keyboard. This keyboard, the butterfly keys are just harder to type on. I can fly through these keys. This one, I've been using this thing for over a year, and I still am not typing truly comfortably like I was before. So that is a little bit of an issue. The touch bar feature, which in theory, in practice is cool, it's a love it or leave it kind of thing. If it wasn't on here, I wouldn't have cared. If it is on here, so I'd like to be able to use it, I will tell you that unless the software is taking advantage of it, it can cause some problems. Like I've seen that for some reason in Serato doesn't utilize the touch bar. So I have noticed that lately, if I'm been running it for a while and it starts to get processor intensive, it seems to me that by resetting the touch bar and taking off the app keys, that the glitches go away. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that now I'm using Tidal, and maybe Tidal is processor hungry, or the touch bar, but when I turned off the touch bar, the problem with the stuttering of the graphics card stopped. I'm gonna keep reviewing it and see if it happens again. I've turned the touch bar back on, but tomorrow or Saturday when I'm DJing, I'm gonna see if that happens again. But it is a great computer. If your computer dies, or if you just want gear lust, there's nothing wrong with this computer. It's fantastic. You just have to realize that there are compromises that are going to need to be made. You can check my video out up here, and it'll show you all the things that I use on a daily basis in order to get this thing to work the way it's supposed to. Besides that, this guy right here, anywhere from the 2012 to 2015 MacBook Pro Retinas are just beasts of computers. And if you still have these, don't worry about this one. It's not important. It's still going to give you what you need on this one. Plus, you don't have to compromise with any of the ports. The displays are good. The display on this one is better. The color gamut is just a little more broader. The colors are richer than this one. But again, as a DJ, it's not really important. You're going to get the Retina screen on here, and you're going to get the Retina screen on here. Speed-wise and comparison-wise, honestly, this one I never had issues with. This one is great, but this one is just as good. Let me know what computer you're using, and if you have moved over to the USB-C computer, or if you stayed with your old ones, let me know, what your feelings on are the two. Let me know.
I don't know that.
This was a really bad idea.